Hello. Oh my god, wait, that sounds really loud. Hey, I've been away for a few days. I've been on vacation because, it's Christmas. You gotta spend time with the family. You know how it is. For like 3 days, I went on a vacation to Japan. And that's not really like an uncommon occurrence since, I live in Korea, it's super close, it's popular tourist attraction, and many people go to Japan for vacation. And since my brother, who by the way is in like a boarding school, which I am not, I don't think I'd be happy in a boarding school, so like good for him I guess. But I'm just chilling. So my family decided to go on a vacation to Japan, which was nice. I think it's like my fourth time to Japan, probably fourth. Can't remember. I think it's the third. Yeah, I go there quite a while. I like the food, places, sightseeing. It's all good, whatnot. I am like having difficulties like talking right now. But yeah, a little bit of story time. I'm a criminal, and I guess that's like kind of like a dumbass thing to admit in a YouTube video. Like I've seen like TikTokers who just like film themselves committing that's like not what I'm doing, I promise you. Like I'm not saying this to like justify my actions, but what I am saying is I think it's pretty inconsequential, but a crime nonetheless. So I'm holding myself account. Though that now this just sounds like a YouTube apology. We don't need another one of these before New Year. We got plenty. That was like the Colin Ballinger ukulele. That was a legendary one. I think that one will go down as history. It's one of the instant classics. Like the one with was it J Station? There was that guy, Sean something. I forget his name. I swear I know his name. No, Shane Dawson. There was that one. Something else. Whatever. I'm not here to talk about YouTube apologies. The point is, I am a hardened criminal. I am a horrible. I'm wanted by the Japanese authority. You can see like dead or alive wanted posters in the streets of Japan. It's not even like a local thing. It's huge. I'm an international criminal. I'm probably blacklisted from most airports now. I can't like escape the country. Alright, so what happened is the thing about Japan is transportation is it's I'd say one of the better ones to travel. What? Oh, and by the way, I'm playing bridge duels because I like played a few rounds of Bet Wars before recording. I was a little too rusty. And since bridge is just an easier mode, so many people are gonna be mad that I said that. But to me personally, I queue easy people in bridge. It's a 1v1. The worst there's like a 50-50 chance of winning. I know that's not how it works. Probability, possibility. I'm not stupid, but I'm getting carried away. So when you like move in Japan, not move into like, what's the right word? Like. Oh, why can't I think of it? Public transport, that's what I'm talking about. Japan has great public transports, mostly in the form of the metro subway system, which is something Korea also has. From my experiences of using both, I wouldn't say one is necessarily better than the other by like noticeable margin. They're equally nice, they're equally good. I've heard nasty things about like New York Metro, man, but Korea and Japan, yeah, we have nice subways. There's an app in Japan that I had to install for the trip, and it's called Pasmo. It's spelled like Pasmo. You can get it on the App Store. I'm not advertising this app. I fucking hate it. But it's essentially like it works similarly to like Apple Wallet, I think. Like you like charge it with a certain amount of cash, and then you can use it to pay instantly at like subways. I don't know if like other metros have something similar. They probably do by now. Technology has advanced quite a bit. But how it works is you go up to like, I don't know, like an ATM. I don't think you can do it at an ATM, like a convenience store or something like that. You go up to the counter and say, hey, you give them cash and like put this in my account. and then they scan your like little QR code, and then the money would be deposited to your account for ease of access with the metro. I'm like, sorry, I'm not really paying attention right now. Whoa, what was that? You're a laggy boy. So as soon as we arrived, our top priority was to like find a convenience store and just like, you know, deposit some cash into the account so we can start moving. Because the place we booked, like the hotel, was like I think like an hour away from the airport, and we had to take a subway because like fuck taxis, fuck like renting cars, that shit sucks. By the way, okay, side tangent, I know I hate doing this, but cars fucking suck, man. They're overrated as shit. I fucking hate cars. I don't know what it is with cars, but I can get on like a plane, a ship, like even a fucking like bus. But every time I get on a car for too long, I just start getting car sick. I don't know, I probably have motion sickness, which also isn't true. I don't have motion sickness. I don't know what it is with cars, man. Also, they're just really uncomfortable in general. I've never been in like a car and went like, oh man, I am so relaxed and comfortable right now, which, you know, doesn't come with many vehicles, but cars in particular, man, I feel like they should be doing better. Yeah, so anyway, you get the money for like the subway or whatever, and you walk into a convenience store. It's like located in the airport. It's like a little tiny like store in like the corner of like the area. What do you call that area? I don't know airport terminology. Like the area you're in right after you pass all like the customs declaration, you get your baggage, and then you're at like that like weird meet and greet area where there's like a shit ton of people with signs like, oh, where's Ryan from Indonesia to Hilton Hotel. I don't know, like, you know what I'm talking about, unless you don't travel much on plane, which like good for you. I fucking hate planes as well, not as much as cars, like fuck cars. So anyway, I walk into like this convenience store. Like I've digressed so much. I've been stuck on that part for like the last 2 minutes. Anyway, I walk in there, and like the plan is to like deposit 3,000 yen into my Pasmo, which I think translates to roughly like, it's either slightly lower than or higher than 30 bucks. It's which is, you know, it's not a lot, but that should be enough to get me around for like the entirety of the 3-day trip. And while we're there, we're feeling a little hungry. You know what I mean? I usually like refuse eating airplane food because I just think they taste shit. I've never had a good airplane food. Maybe it's just, you know, Korean airline having bad food, which I don't even think is true. Like, I've heard good reviews of Korean airline food, so maybe, you know, my standard's just a little too high, but airplane food just isn't for me. I heard like when you're in like the middle of the fucking sky, like, what was horrible expression, when you're like really high up in altitude, I heard like some scientific fucking fuckery happens to your taste buds and you don't like enjoy food as much. Which is like a similar logic to how you don't get horny in space, but that's like a story for another video. So yeah, I don't like eating airplane food, so we went to the convenience store to, we had 2 objectives. It was to, 1, grab some food, because Japan, similarly to Korea, have great like convenience store food. They have like the little rice balls, they got like the, what do you call those? Give me a second, I need to kill this guy and like search it up. I think we just call it lunch boxes. Not quite lunchbox, but like, you know, like that thing where, no, whatever, forget it. What I mean is, I'm trying to get food from the convenience store and also charge 3,000 yen. So I walk in there, I grab like a rice ball, I think, because I love rice balls. Fuck you, I'm Asian, I can do that. Oh my god, this dude. So I walk up to the counter, and the funny thing about me is, my hair is like pretty long, and it's like kind of curly, but not in like a pretty way. More so like a messy, I just don't feel like cutting my hair away, which is, you know, which has some truth to it. So when I go to Japan, since I'm already Korean, people just like mistake me for like a Japanese person. So when I go into stores, they like go to me and like speak like a bunch of Japanese, like, I'm not gonna try to, okay, that sounds racist, but like, they just And I don't understand what they're saying at all. I don't like study Japanese. I don't watch anime. I don't know any Japanese, really, except like basic terms. So the context is, you know, this guy speaking Japanese to me, and Japanese people don't usually speak English very well or like know it at all. So I'm having communication errors. The store's really crowded because it's in like the middle of like the random fucking corner in the airport. So there are people behind me. It's like narrow and crowded. I'm like pressured to like just get over with this shit and like whatever, go home. Not home. Like just get out of the store. Get to the fucking hotel. Dude, I cannot concentrate. Holy fucking shit. So after like a bunch of, you know, like sign language, like English, attempted English communication, I managed to get the guy to take the 3,000 yen in cash, and then like he asked me to like scan my Passmo application. So I'm like, all right, let's get this over with. There are like 2 families behind me, just like, please get me out of here. And I checked my account. It says 3,000 yen, and I'm like, yay, good for me. I deposited my money, and I was also supposed to use the Passmo that I just charged to buy the food that I was about to get myself, which would mean I'd be left with a little bit under 3,000 yen, since like the food I think was like 240 yen? 245, I distinctly remember actually. So I should be left with like, what is that? 2,755 yen? The guy gives me like a gesture to like, not to me, like he gestures like the next person in line to come up. So I'm like, oh, okay, shit, I gotta get out of here. Like my mom and my brother's already like out of there. I'm just like stuck there with like communication errors because I don't know, apparently I'm retarded. I'm sorry, I shouldn't use that word. People are gonna get mad now. Speaking of retarded. No, I'm just kidding. I leave, we go to the subway and we're like in there. It's like an hour-long train ride. So, you know, I just strap myself in. I got my AirPods on. Just chilling, listening to... You don't get to hear my music taste. I don't know you that much, whoever's watching. What is... After leaving the subway, I like check my balance again. No, not quite. I didn't leave the subway. Like I got out of the train and like I have to like pay, right? Because like the fuck, it's a subway. And then I checked my account, and to my horror it says 3,000 yen. But it's not actually to my horror, because I didn't realize that yet. I was just like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, why does it still say 3,000? And then I already ate the fucking rice ball in the train at this point. Like, it really is just gone. There's no way of refunding it or anything, which would be stupid. It's just a rice ball. But I checked the receipt, and because I thought, you know, oh, maybe this would confirm that I did indeed legitimately purchase this like a lawful citizen of, well, I'm not a citizen of Japan, just like a lawful citizen in general. Oh. And I kid you not, the receipt just says, like, took 3,000 yen and put it into, like, Passmo. I think that's what it said. It wasn't Japanese, so I couldn't read it, but I just saw the number 3,000, and that's probably what that meant. I was like, oh, shit. So I pay for the subway, I leave, and then it starts like registering in my head like what I've just done. Like I basically fucking shoplifted a random convenience store in like the Japanese airport. So I'm probably like wanted there. I was like nervous the whole trip because I knew I had to return back to like the fucking same airport to go home, and like I was being stupid. I'm like, oh dude, what if they're like put out like a search warrant? What if, not a search warrant, they like put out like wanted posters, they like interrogate me. I don't know, dude. It was a fucking rice ball, and like I know there's like CCTVs and whatnot, like surveillance cameras, but like I feel like that guy was equally as distracted and busy as me. Like I promise you, as funny as it sounds, I did not I did not mean to rob that store. I'm not like a dirty little shoplifter who has like a compulsive stealing whatever. So yeah, like I'm in like the hotel room. It's like whatever. It's like 11 p.m. I think. I need to go to bed. I'm just like thinking about that. Like man. And the rest of the trip was like fun and whatever. That's pretty much it. Bye.